All right, GM, GAG, everybody. Welcome to what's going to be another great Dev and Tell. If you didn't know, Dev and Tell is a 30-minute window for members of the DAO to showcase something they're passionate about or have been working on. This could be an awesome project you've been working on, demonstrating unit testing best practices, automation goodies, smart contracts, how to structure a project, and so on. Basically, if you got a passion for something, this is your opportunity to share with the community. And today I am happy to introduce to you Marius, who will be demoing to us his project Phoria. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Take it away, Marius.
Yes, you did. Thanks, Narp. Hey guys, my name is Marius, and I've been working on a program, a customer rewards program on top of Solana Pay. And the project name is Phoria. We signed up for the Riptop Hackathon. Unfortunately, we didn't get a money prize, but we did got an honorable mention, which was kind of cool, given how little engineering time was spent on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I have to do some Apple security trick to enable this. And I'm back if you can still hear me.
Yep, we can hear.
I think I again because I was sharing my screen. Ooh, see. All right. Can you guys see it?
Yep, I can see it.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. So the story with this is that Solana launched a payment framework earlier this year. I believe it was around January. And this enabled merchants to take payments using a Solana wallet, using a QR code. And I can just play like a simple video of how would this look like in real life. So you just kind of scan a QR code and pay with your wallet, get your coffee, and you're off for your day. What we did on top of the payment system is to add rewards, and given the fact that rewards back in the days, or like not back in the days, but right now are just pretty standard across the board. Everybody's kind of offering a 10% discount or some kind of points, which is also like a form of percentage discount. What we did is try to showcase something that you can do with like a smart wallet, if you will, or like a smart contract. And that idea was to offer raffle style rewards. When I say raffle, I mean you pay at the register and you get a chance to win a prize from one of the prizes that the merchants has previously set up. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead to the app and set up a marketing campaign and configure some prices. Right now, it only supports USDC prices, but we're thinking of extending this to maybe an NFT price or any other kind of coin that you can think of. So the merchant would go ahead and do this. We'll start creating a campaign and we'll, let's say, target some sales amount for this week. Let's say I'm an ice cream shop and I'm on to sell $1,000 worth of ice cream. And for that $1,000, instead of giving 30% off to everybody, which is an okay discount or loyalty program, but not as exciting, I could take that $300 and kind of like split it into like smaller, fewer prices, but fewer but bigger prices. So let's say I give the first price of $100. I give maybe 5 prices of $20, and 10 prices of $10. That's like $300 in total. I can do the math and I can see that I'm offering just as much money as I would if I given a 30% discount. It's just that I'm giving away 16 prices, which is really cool for the buyers because well, guess what? You don't win every time, but once you win, you can win big. So we're gonna go ahead and create this campaign. And once the campaign is created, I have to deposit the $300 up front. And now the money sits in a vault in a smart contract, so nobody can tamper with them. And once I start a campaign, I can go ahead and open a point of sale. I'm gonna go here. You can see my campaign here, started today, and I can open a point of sale. And I can start taking payments. Let's say I know somebody comes in, buys $15 worth of product, and I'm going to use my Phantom wallet, or you can use any kind of Solana wallet, including the custodian wallets like FTX. Also supports this QR code. And the transaction going through to on my wallet, and now it should be processing here as well. Once it's complete, I'm kind of like poking at the rewards program. You probably saw like a very small glimpse of Phoria rewards, and I'm going to do this again. And during that time, the contract is determining whether this particular buyer is eligible to win one of these prizes. It's kind of like a random algorithm that happens behind the scenes. And hopefully I win this time. If not, I'm probably going to do it one more time and then I call it quits. So right now what happens, because there's no like async methods in Solana, using like an army of crankers. Oh, look, I kind of won this time, which is cool. So I won $9. And if I look in my wallet now, the $9 should be already transferred, right? So the interaction is pretty much instant. You don't have to wait. You don't have to like submit any other kind of details. So from the buyer's perspective, this is pretty seamless. You're automatically enrolled and so on. Now, if I go on the merchant side and I look at this campaign, and refresh, make sure that I have the latest data. I can see that I'm making progress to the sales volume. So I'm like already 3.5% out of my $1,000, and I ordered $10, which is like just one price. Usually these numbers should be the same. So the more progress I make into the campaign, the more prices I should be awarding. That's kind of the mechanics of it. If I go to the winners tab, I can see that this is my wallet that I used to pay, and this is the guy that won. So I can DM them, send them an NFT with a coupon or whatever. I can interact with this person without having much data from them. And yeah, that's about it. I think I'll open it for questions now.
Yeah, this was fantastic, man. Is it possible to have multiple campaigns running at the same time? So, like, if you're running your ice cream shop, can you have two campaigns running? One for just the everyday customer, and then another one for if the customer is like a loyalty points member or something with your company. Is that possible, or is it only one at a time?
So right now it's only one at a time, but that's a great suggestion. That's something that can be added in the future for sure.
Cool.
It's not too hard to change.
Sweet. Can you speak a little bit about the inspiration behind the project? Like what made you want to do this for that hackathon?
Yeah. So I think there was a need for customer rewards just because uh, point of sale it's something that's already comes with a framework. So the natural thing to come from there is to bring in the buyer side, and the way one way to bring the buyer side is to incentivize them somehow.
Right.
And yeah, there's like as I mentioned before, there's like all these existing types of discounts and loyalty points that are already out there. But what is cool is that you can build something I don't know, new and a like a more like a fresh experience, for if you will.
Excellent. Excellent. Uh, can you speak a little bit on like the tech stack? I know you said it's built on Solana and whatnot. And also, is your project open source?
Yeah, so the project is not open source yet. Working on doing that. There's three components to it. The first component is a small little program where you can deposit the funds, and it takes care of distributing the funds in like a fair manner. So that's a Solana program written in Rust. There's the front end, which is the biggest piece of it to configure the campaign and to launch the point of sale. And that's React with TypeScript. And there's a third component, which is what I was talking about when I mentioned the crankers, or like, if you
Mm-hmm.
will, the liquidators that are executing async tasks so that what they do is they watch, they monitor transactions, they validate that a transaction is correct and is associated with a campaign key. And they call into the Solana program to see if that transaction is won or not. So that's like a Node.js program uh, that ideally everybody would be able to run. Kind of like if you're running liquidators for kind of like a blending borrowing program, you would let everybody run like a Node.js server to perform the liquidations.
Sweet. Thank you. Does anybody else in the crowd have any questions for Marius? Don't be shy. All right. If not, I still have a few questions. Do you have anything in terms of a project roadmap you'd be able to share, or is it too early on for that?
Uh, Nothing to share, but I guess a few ideas that came from this was um, one would be like giving away NFTs, which is pretty simple with the Solana framework because they're also SPL tokens. And two would be, as you mentioned, right, a campaign only for certain types of members. So if you're like a gold member, platinum member, or whatever
Yeah.
NFT you would have in that wallet would verify you to make sure you're eligible to kind of be part of this campaign.
Sweet. And is there plans for this to eventually be open sourced, or
Yes, yes. I'm trying to get some audits on the program, so that would be the first component that will be open source.
nice? And I suppose if somebody were interested in helping out, do you have any particular areas of need or skill sets that you'd be looking for? We have a lot of passionate builders here in the DAO, right? So I'm sure a lot of people will be chomping at the bit to help out.
Sure, for sure. Any front end devs or designers or even Solana programmers would more than welcome to contribute.
Perfect, perfect. And I guess what's the best way for people to kind of keep track of Phoria's progress? Is there a Twitter handle or something people can follow?
Yeah, there's a Twitter. The Twitter is at Triforia. So it's kind of like the website.
Nice.
And if you can see this, yeah, tryforia.com.
Ah, excellent, excellent. And that's the same Twitter handle you said.
Yes, yeah,
Beauty.
correct.
Cool, cool. Excellent. Uh, we're about at 10-ish minutes left. Does anybody in the crowd have any questions for Marius?
What was the most difficult thing you had to deal with during this build?
Uh, there were a few difficult things. I guess one thing that was a blocker for a while was generating randomness on chain. Uh, there's oracles for doing that, but they're very expensive. So we're just using some kind of like hack in the Solana framework, very similar to how folks in Metaplex are doing in Candy Machine. It's like a pseudo random thing, but it's good enough for now.
How is it working with the Phantom wallet in terms of just getting things set up with the project and whatnot? Were there any interesting issues when it came to working with that, or was it simple? Like, what was that experience like?
With Phantom specifically, or just wallets in general?
Yeah, with just integrating it into your project and being into that ecosystem.
No, Phantom is really cool. Yeah, I had no issues at all developing on Phantom. Actually, there's like some dev wallets on Solana that I wouldn't recommend. I think so. I forgot the name, but there's some web ones that are pretty bad, and I actually got hacked on them at one point. So I would definitely recommend Phantom if you're in development. It's very easy.
I just want to ask a quick question. Why Solana?
I think from my information, Solana is or was the first one to enable point of sale payments. So there's a spec, right? When you see that QR code, that's not something that I built. That's something that Solana Pay has built, and that spec has to be implemented by all the wallets in the ecosystem. And obviously, because they're Solana, they were able to push that spec to all the Solana wallets. And I guess the reason that this will be the first chain to I don't know, try to take on payments is because the transaction fee is very low and fast enough to be processed, real time.
I see. Thank you.
I would love to have other chains. Like when I build this, I was thinking that this could be it would be amazing if you can be a relay POS for any type of wallet, right? Let's say whatever Avalanche wallets or Near wallets or any blockchain that's cheap and fast. As a merchant, you like to take all kinds of wallets, right? You want to be able to uh, kind of say no to your buyers because they use one wallet or another. But yeah, would love to explore more. If you have knowledge of other chains supporting payments, I think that would be amazing. Would love to implement that.
Great questions, gang. Excellent. Is there any other questions from the crowd? Going once. Going twice. Sold. Well, all right. Thank you so much, Marius, for sharing this awesome project with us. We're all looking forward to seeing how Phoria grows in the short, near, and long term. And do let us know how things are going. Be very curious to see how things play out here with that. Um, and with that, I'd like to wish everybody a very happy Friday or happy weekend, wherever you may be. Thank you very much for coming out. I will drop a link for the attendee POAPs in the developer's voice text chat shortly, where you can claim your POAPs. Marius, I am still working on getting your special speaker one, so stay tuned. I will DM you once that comes in. But with that, I wish everybody a very happy weekend, and we will catch you back here next week. All right. Cheers, gang.